Well, the next recipe we're going to do is a soup. Now, this is a cauliflower I picked about 10 minutes ago from the allotment, and as you can see, nice lovely head there. But of course it's got all these leaves as well, and I've always been a bit unhappy about the leaves being thrown away from a cauliflower. It seems to be an incredible waste, and I didn't really find many recipes for using cauliflower leaves, so this recipe is an attempt to actually avoid the waste of chucking these out and to actually turn them into a soup. And we've called it the cauliflower and summer green leaf soup because we're putting in some other leaves from other plants as well. So if you want to make cauliflower and summer green leaf soup, this is what you have to do. Well, the first thing to do is to make the stock. Now, you can use a chicken stock or a pheasant stock or a vegetable stock, and we went for a vegetable stock, but with a slight difference because it's almost entirely made from garlic, onions and herbs. And the reason why we've done that is because on the allotment we get these. Now, these are onions that have bolted, and normally what would happen, as you can see, they're quite a length. Normally these would be thrown away because there would otherwise be no use to us. But what we've done is we've chopped the heads off and then chopped these into about 5 centimetre lengths, as we have in the pan here, and we're using that as the basis for a stock, so it actually uses up something that otherwise would be thrown away. And likewise, these are from our garlic plants on the allotment, and again these are the green tops of those that have gone to seed. Now, we'll chop off the seed heads, but we'll chop up the garlic stems, and they will go into the stock as well. And we need just a bit of herb, so we're using rosemary, which is actually from our back garden, and oregano, which is from the herb garden on the allotment. We then simply add that all into the pan and then bring it up to the boil. First of all, you need a handful of nasturtium leaves, freshly picked from the garden. They've got a very nice peppery taste. Most people keep them for as flowers, but we grow them because of their flavour and their taste, and it's quite a nice salad crop as well. Also, you'll need your cauliflower leaves, obviously, about 3 large ones. Now, the reason why I'm wearing my gloves is because we also need a big handful of these. These are freshly picked nettle leaves, and I need to strip the leaves from the stalks before we can use them. And obviously you'll also need your cauliflower. We're using a half cauliflower because our cauliflowers are much bigger than the supermarket type cauliflowers that people can get, so half a cauliflower is adequate for this soup, for this recipe, and we just chop it up. Well, once the stock is boiled, you need to strain it and then test it just to see what it tastes like. And if you find that it needs to be a bit more savoury, then you can add in Marmite, a spoonful of that. We rather like adding Marmite to our soups. It gives a nice flavour to it. Or you could have a vegetable powder such as that, and either a spoonful of one or the other. If you're really greedy, as we were, put a bit of both in. And then after you've added that in, you then need to add into your stock the green leaves and the cauliflower. Once the contents are in the pan and you've put it on the heat, then just add in a bit more water, around about half a litre, and then bring it up to the boil. Once it's reached boiling point, simmer it until the cauliflower has softened. Once you've blended it, put it back in the pan, and then just get a tablespoonful of double cream and pour it in. If you don't want to use dairy cream, then use something like Elmley, which is made from vegetable oils, vegetable fats. Just put that in, and then just give it a stir. Well, one of the good things about this meal is that so many of the ingredients were things that would have just been thrown out anyway. So actually it's quite an economic meal to make, and it actually tastes really good. So here goes. Oh, yeah.